Hey everybody, welcome to ChannelBK. It's Brian. Welcome to another review. Sorry this one is a little late. I've been trying to get this one to you guys, but I finally got to get it to you guys. Father John Misty, I Love You, Honeybear. And really quickly, before we get into this review, please like, please subscribe. It really does help out a lot. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys enjoy the review. So, let's get into it. Father John Misty, or Josh Tillman, is a singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist who has many different names. J. Tillman, Father John Misty. He was also part of Fleet Foxes. Not to be 100% honest with you guys, this is my first full introduction to him. I do remember a few years ago when I was doing an old list that is lost in limbo somewhere, I did have a Fleet Foxes song on there from listening to Helplessness Blues, and I enjoy that album a lot. And listening to this album was a fresh thing for me because I've never listened to his music other than this. So I was really excited to hear what he was gonna do. And I've been hearing from a lot of people and other reviewers what it was. So I was actually really looking forward to it. And I definitely was not disappointed. I really enjoyed what Father John Misty did, because this album to me was so diverse, and even though not everything hit the mark, I still love this album. We're gonna start off with the opening track, I Love You, Honeybear, which is a slow ballad, very simple. Father John Misty singing on it is great. I love it being a great opener, but then we move on to Chateau Lobby 4, which I love the percussive elements to it. I love the horns later on in the song, and I thought this was another really interesting track. I just love the way he put this together. That's one of the things too that I was very intrigued by with this album. Was I like the fact that this whole album had a really nice flow to it. Some tracks with more softer tones, some upbeat songs, acoustics, piano, strings, horns. All these tracks were very layered. His lyrics were great, sometimes very funny, emotional, raw, and I thought that was really great as well. Tracks like Strange Encounters, which is a little bit of a slower tune that I really do enjoy, but then we go back to The Ideal Husband, which is a lot more up-tempo, up-pace, and I also thought that was a great track. A little bit more loud and interesting things going on throughout the song. Born in the USA, which is also the next song, comes back down from that upbeat aggressiveness with some lovely strings, some great piano. I love the way Father John Misty sings on this track. It's great. I went to the store the other day. But I don't know if it was a great way to end the album, because obviously sometimes I have a way of liking the fact that albums end softer, sometimes end bigger, but this time it kind of was like, it was a nice, cute ending, but I still was hoping maybe for a little bit more. Even though just the subtle guitar, and I think there's some strings throughout this track, I thought that was really nice. In my opinion, one of the tracks that I liked at first, but I actually grew to not like it as much every time I listened to it, is True Affection. This is the most out there track of all of them, where a lot of them have more raw acoustic elements to this. There's a lot of electronics, there's a lot of weird synthy stuff, there's a lot of interesting, intricate things. When I first heard it, I thought that was an interesting kind of change of pace from the rest of the album, but as I kept listening to it more and more, I just kind of grew away from it, maybe because it was the fact that it was so oddly different. And there's a couple things like this throughout the album as well. There's a weird laugh track on Born in the USA, which I was completely fine with, but I never understood. I thought that was kind of a weird part of the album. And When You're Smiling and Nothing Good, which are two of the longer tracks, more packed in the middle, were two tracks that I didn't necessarily fall in love with. Even though they were a nice change of pace of the album, I didn't really get a lot from them. Even though I sort of loved the flow of When You're Smiling with sort of the background vocals added in there, I thought that was kind of nice in that sense. But other than that, those two tracks didn't really stand out to me as much as a lot of these other tracks did. But in all honesty, overall, on my first impressions, I actually kind of liked this album a whole lot. There's definitely a lot of great tracks on here. Lots of different things going on. There's a nice flow. Like I said, we get a lot of horns, an acoustic guitar, some pianos. There's some nice strings throughout. We get some great background vocals and background singing, as well as Father John Misty, who is a great singer, and once again has some funny stuff here and there. But I think this was a lovely album in all honesty, and it was always something that I kept going back to, because it's been a while since I was going to try and review it, but I always kept going back to listening to different little things, and that's saying something. a lot. So what did you guys think? Do you like it as well as I do? Do you not really like it? What are some of your favorite tracks? Leave them in the comments below. Also, please let me know if there's anything out there that you guys want me to review. Again, sorry that this is late, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in to ChannelBK. Peace out, guys.